Well, I am so excited to welcome to the program Tiffany FitzHenry.
Hi, excited to be here.
You're even more impressive in person, Tiffany.
What can I say?
I think my microphone is not working, but that's okay. People can hear you. No, I guess it is. Well, Tiffany, I'm delighted to have you here, and this, of course, is just a preview stream. You will be the guest later today on the intelligence assessment. Oh, there's the problem, is the microphone fell
There you
off.
go.
There we go.
Perfect.
So, of course, you're going to be joining myself and Kevin Shipp in just 30 minutes from now, only on Patreon, where we're going to discuss this unholy alliance between the CIA and Hollywood. And this is something you've got a particular expertise in, right?
Yeah, it is. And a particular interest in seeing exposed.
And of course, people have seen you on Crowdsource the Truth before. You've spoken about how your career as a screenwriter was, basically trampled on by some of the inappropriate behavior of certain people in Hollywood.
And, I think it speaks to the larger thing that I think you guys talk about, which is compromise and control. It's really about controlling the storytellers to control the narrative, which is just what the Hollywood alliance with Pentagon is all about. So it's all the same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, certainly that level of control, it's interesting because when you told the story, I was just thinking that the producer was interested in you from a purely, physical standpoint, but of course, your lovely husband is with us here, and you raise an interesting point where a married person who engages in that type of activity, then the person who knows about it is holding something over you, could have pictures, text messages, whatever, and then suddenly your business arrangement with that person is potentially under a certain kind of pressure.
Well, and not only that, it's also about controlling, it's about influence. So people who have the ability to tell stories garner influence, and then that influence is always owned from that point on. So if you're going to allow someone to have that platform and gather that influence, they want to own that influence from the beginning. And it wasn't just this incident, that was just one incident.
Yeah.
It became clear that it was a systematic process.
Absolutely. And I was just texting with Kevin before we began. He, I think, will have a lot of insight into the mechanisms that the CIA uses to control the message that Hollywood pushes out. But perhaps, I don't know if your schedule will allow, but maybe if we have some more time, we could do another interview about your personal experiences. And I know Kevin's going to want to hear your insights into some of the things that he says. He always prepares a really great PowerPoint presentation, and people who sponsor Kevin Shipp by going to patreon.com/Kevin_Shipp with 2 P's, or if they sponsor Crowdsource the Truth by going to patreon.com/Crowdsource the Truth, can enjoy these exclusive live streams. It'll be starting just 27 minutes from now. Is there anything you want to share with us before we reset and get ready for that Patreon stream?
Just super excited to be pulling all of our information together because, like you said, Kevin brings this other perspective that's in depth that I've been always wondering about how deep that connection goes.
It's going to be super interesting to bring you guys together because you've got the firsthand Hollywood experience, and he has the firsthand point of view from the CIA side. So it's going to be a really unique merger of those two different disciplines. I don't know that anyone's quite done anything
breaking ground.
exactly
I'm pretty
like
sure
this.
we're just charting new territory here, which is good because these truths need to come out.
Right.
For people to just know, then everything can change, but nothing can change if nobody knows.
Right, and of course you and your husband are working on a plan to kind of decentralize production
storytelling, to enable, to be a model, I think, at first, to keep the independence of telling my stories, to create, a studio would be the ultimate goal, and then to be a model for other people to be doing the same thing all over the place.
Absolutely.
Not that everyone has to go through me, just to be, this is what we should all be doing. Kind of thing.
And I think it'll be very interesting to see. I think you can expect some disruption to that campaign because you're basically taking away the power that these guys have and use to control the message.
It's a power transfer. But if you tell the truth about what they're doing, then it's righteous, and people will go, oh, you know, and art deserves that, and humanity deserves that. And that's sort of the other sort of spiritual piece of why I do what I'm doing, because it's just the right thing to do. And these alliances, they're not right, and they end in war, and you know, it's a tall, it's an enormous toll that it takes on humanity.
Absolutely. And you know, it's my impression that this merger of CIA and Hollywood are basically, it's a long ball game where they're trying to put out these ideas in a low level kind of a way, so that children are sexualized and certain behaviors are normalized, and certain predictive programming that we've heard about, images in Back to the Future that predict 9/11.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, but in many ways it's used to psychologically prepare the public for certain things that might happen. So what I'd like to do is encourage everybody to go over to patreon.com and sponsor Kevin Shipp by going to patreon.com/Kevin_Shipp with 2 P's, or to sponsor Crowdsource the Truth if you're not already. You can go to patreon.com/Crowdsource the Truth, and in about 25 minutes we'll be live on there. It is basically the last day of August, so some people might be feeling a little bit like they want to wait. Of course, you'll be able to see the stream as a video on demand on September 1st if you want to wait to start your sponsorship. But of course, as little as $1 per month allows you to see these streams, and we definitely want to support Kevin's work, and I hope that people would support Crowdsource the Truth. So we'll be back in just about 20 minutes with Tiffany FitzHenry, and of course with Kevin Shipp on the Intelligence Assessment with Kevin Shipp. I'm so delighted to have you here with me, Tiffany, and I know Kevin will be really anxious to speak with you. So.
He's one of my heroes, so this is like I'm meeting Michael Jackson or something. It's so exciting.
He's fantastic,
he's
absolutely.
A huge hero.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit.